And it's like, you know, when you meet someone, like, you can just tell if like someone's judging you. I didn't get any of that from her knowing this relationship. And you'd think as the mother, she'd be like, what the hell is going on? But no, it was great. I didn't feel any judgment from her.
Welcome to Normalizing Non-Monogamy, the podcast where we interview incredible people from across the entire spectrum of non-monogamy to hear their fascinating stories. We strive to bring guests on the show who have a healthy approach to non-monogamy. However, it's important to remember that everyone does it a little bit differently, and the views and opinions expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect our own.
Additionally, we produce this show for entertainment purposes only. Please be aware that we aren't doctors or therapists. Consult a medical professional for anything regarding your health that you might learn about on the show. Enjoy!
Episode 71, everyone! Happy Friday!
Fridays are nice.
Yeah, we're Finn and Emma.
You know, if every day was a Friday, people would be a lot happier.
That's true, but then it wouldn't be that special because it means every day would be a Friday.
Unless it was just Friday and then a 6-day weekend and then a Friday again.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I don't know if it would feel quite the same.
Well, I think a lot of people would vote against you.
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't be awesome. I'm saying I'm not sure if it would feel the same as a normal Friday.
Quit getting us off track.
You're the one that took us down this path. Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. Today, bonus episode with all 4 of the people that you heard earlier this week.
All 4 people at once.
Ken and Cait and Shawn and Jess.
Really quick, important disclaimer. I know in the past or at different times we've mentioned that it's important to maybe have a little viewer discretion, listener discretion, because sometimes they can get a little inappropriate for the kiddos.
Our episodes, yes.
I want to just say that I think like 98% of our episodes would be appropriate to listen to with your family. For real. This isn't even me joking.
Yeah, no.
But we've actually had some people tell us they do listen with their kids.
Yeah, with their teenagers.
Anywho.
Cool.
Good. That's sweet. But this one, if you do listen with your kids and they are young,
skip this one.
You might want to fast forward to next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because they use some naughty language.
Yes. It's fun.
Well, Cait doesn't use naughty language because she can't say the bad words. But everybody else uses naughty language.
True.
So enjoy this one, and we'll see everybody at the end of it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Real quick, though, if you want to see what all of these people look like, not in the middle of what they were doing, but just in general, go to our website, normalizingnonmonogamy.com, and we have pictures.
Yeah, in the show notes, all there. Everything is there.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
You got your hair cut. It looks good.
I did. Thank you.
Hey, I did.
We both did.
You both did. You both did. I was going to say, they both look different. It looks great.
Too.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Got it cut today.
Yep.
Looks great.
Thank you.
How's life in quad world?
Fantastic. It's fantastic. It's great. Yep. It's great.
That's a good thing. So we have some questions, and then if there's just things that you think of that you want to get out there, you know, when we were thinking of questions, I was trying to think of, you know, someone who's from the outside that wants to know what a 4-way looks like, and I was trying to think of questions that they might have. So we have some different questions, but if you think of anything that you want to add in, please feel free.
Okay.
But I think what we were going to try to do is do like 20 to 30 minutes with this one, so it wasn't like a 3-hour like
okay. We have
Titanic.
movie night after this. Yeah, we have movie night after this. Movie night. Movie. Peanut butter jelly time.
If anyone starts to ramble, hold a hand up, and I'll just go like this.
What
Wait, are you saying it's me?
Yes.
What movie are we watching tonight?
It doesn't matter.
What are we watching? It doesn't. We're not going to be watching.
We're not really watching.
It's background noise.
We're going to go fuck, basically.
Okay, we weren't sure what that meant.
That's what we tell the kids. We're coming over for movie night.
Adult movie night.
We have amazing race night tonight.
We stayed at their house last weekend, and we actually did watch We watched 2 movies, but we did watch There's Something About Mary.
How
And then
much of the movie did we watch?
Okay,
though?
American Werewolf in London, we watched maybe 34%. But There's Something About Mary we watched.
That was a very specific percent.
Sorry?
That was a very specific percent, 34.
4% is about how much of that movie I watched because I was
She's
with this
very
guy.
on point with her
Yeah.
percentages.
Yeah.
Okay. We're ready.
We're
All
ready.
Okay.
Well, and now through the magic of editing, we have everybody together in one household.
Yay!
For,
Our first 4-person interview.
yeah, for movie night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Movie night. Yes, exactly. What's happening?
Movie
night.
So, yeah, I guess maybe just to start things off, we'll keep this part kind of short, just so you can get to movie night. But I guess talking about like how you handle the 4-way dynamic, and that you both being both couples, came from the swinging background. Do you think you'll ever get to a point where you start to introduce other people into the dynamic in like a swinging sense?
No.
Or what would you do if someone caught feelings for someone? Like, say you met a friend or something and it just kind of developed. Have you ever discussed that?
No,
No.
it hasn't been discussed.
No. That has
we
not
really
been
haven't.
discussed.
We really haven't discussed the idea. It was briefly discussed, the idea of, well, what if one of the couples wants to hook up with another couple? Well, then everyone has to agree. That's
Right.
too much of a hassle for me.
Right.
It's just too much of a hassle.
Right.
I don't want to bring in outsiders into this and take a chance at it going south. So I'm very comfortable. I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied with what we're doing right now. So I'm good with not bringing another couple into it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious on the parallel between that. Like, a lot of people who are in a monogamous relationship would say the exact same thing, right? Like, I don't want to bring an outsider into our marriage because it might mess up what we have. So how does you going from a 1-on-1 to a 2-on-2 change that feeling?
Just a comfort level. I think that we've established with all of us. We've all become very comfortable. And we've established a relationship and a friendship. I know Jess is making fun of me because I'm doing all the talking, but nobody else is opening up
I'm
their
not.
mouth.
I was telling them to shush.
We established a relationship first with nonstop talking and got comfortable with each other before we actually were intimate with each other. So right now, it's not something. Again, it's not something I'm looking to explore. This was easy. This was comfortable. This is fun. It's exciting.
Well, and it sounds like if you ever got to that point, you would all 4 approach it as a conversation, right? And go from there.
Right. It'd be a conversation, and I would be a definite no.
Let's just face it. He has a lot of 2 women to handle.
So what happens though? Because we're moving this summer.
And this is Shawn talking.
Yeah.
So we're moving this summer, and we're going to be gone for the next couple of years. We're going to 3.
3. A couple. Actually,
Jesus
3.
Christ.
It's a couple. It's 3. 3 years. A couple.
So I'm curious, like, when we're gone, months of you guys sitting around, I mean, we want you guys to be happy. If you guys want to go to, if you're going to a club and you meet a couple you like.
I know what Sean's getting at, and we've kind of discussed it, and Cait and I have discussed a don't ask, don't tell policy, which Jessica and Shawn do not like at all, where we discussed the U.S. military policy, don't ask, don't tell.
We don't like that.
About if we want to hook up with other couples while they're in Florida, or if they want to hook up with other couples while they're in Florida, do we want to know, or do they want to know? They want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
So Shawn and Jess want to know, and Cait does not want to know.
Right, because
I
want to know.
Need to know either.
No, Cait and Ken don't want to know either. Ken doesn't want to know either, but Jess and Shawn want to know, but I don't want to know.
I feel like if I don't know, and it's like a don't ask, don't tell type situation, and I know you're going out, I'm going to assume that you are. So telling me that you are or telling me that you're not, I mean, it's a double-ended sword. Like, you might as well just tell me and let me deal with it and process it and be done.
Yeah, but I mean, we went to Mexico and we told you guys exactly how it was. Like, it wasn't like that in Mexico when we were
but
there.
with the don't ask, don't tell policy,
We were still thinking the
we
worst.
would never know if you were telling the truth or not.
Yeah, but we told you guys the truth.
Well, I know. But we would never know otherwise. So when we're gone for months and you
Just
guys
tell
go
us
out
the
to a
truth.
takeover,
If you go out and hook up with somebody, just be honest and tell us the truth. I would rather that 100%.
not that they have to share their business, but it's still...
No, just say, hey, we hooked up with somebody this weekend. I would rather know.
Might have touched on something.
Yeah, I guess we will cross that bridge when we get to it. But right now,
As of right now, we haven't hooked up with anybody else, so it's
Right.
all just talk.
so it's all just talk.
Yeah.
We're like trying to figure out the future. It's
Yeah.
hard.
I will say that as of right now, and we talked about this last time too, for whatever reason, even though I'm willing to share Jess, like the thought of sharing Cait, for whatever reason, bugs me, and does with Ken too. Like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm going out on a limb and saying that it bugs Ken to think about that with Jess. So,
Which is where don't ask, don't tell comes into
Right.
play. I don't
Well, I'm
need to
talking
know,
about
and
they-
I'm not going to let my mind. Some people can't shut off their minds. I get that. I can shut my mind off.
but I mean, they were talking about bringing like people into
What?
our foursome.
Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah.
don't want anyone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, beyond that, and then the whole.
I don't want anyone in our right now.
right now,
Right now, I don't want anyone in our foursome. But in the future, if we were all together and we saw a couple that we all liked, we're like, oh yeah, who knows? But right now, I don't want anyone.
Right now, we have a lot
Yeah.
of business to handle with just the four of us.
Yeah.
and there's nothing. Things are so intense between us and so good that it's everything else is fine. Yeah, but right now, like nothing's gonna come close to matching that. So it's
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I mean, a reminder too to people that it's 7-ish months, 8 months into it.
7.5 right now.
Yeah.
And
Almost 8 months. It'll be 8 months in June 28th.
So
7 months right now.
Yeah,
7 months into it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's still probably an element of NRE, the new relationship energy, right? I mean, I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but it seems that could be a factor, right? That there'll be a point where you all feel comfortable enough to like, hey, what if we went and what if there was another couple and everyone would be like, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun, like to do that. So
it's still new.
It's
Still
Right.
very new.
right.
Have you experienced if two of you have gotten in a fight and the other two have not? So like if Shawn and Cait got in a fight or Ken and Jess got in a fight, so cross couples.
That's interesting. Why don't we let the bees take that one?
We're gonna
put it on
it's Jessica and
Jess
I
and Ken.
who
We butt heads.
we butt head. Not anymore. Not the way we used to. But we are very similar. We're very hard headed.
Strong-headed.
And so we butt heads. And I would say the saints and sinners that they discussed was our big thing. Where
That was the first big one.
that was a big one for me.
Yeah.
That was a big one for me.
So does that affect your, I guess, your primary relationship or your spouse?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
there's-
absolutely.
When the shitty part about this is that when Jess is feeling a certain sort of way, I by default am receiving, like, I'm on the other end of that. So, I don't like seeing her hurt, obviously. I don't like seeing her upset or even irritated. And she never takes it out on me, but you still got to see it and you still care for that person. There's nothing, what's frustrating is there's nothing, it's all out of my hands. There's nothing I
Yeah.
can do.
Well, you don't like to see your partner upset no matter who it is. Like which one of you is upset. You don't like to see that.
But do you feel like you have to pick sides then, right? Because you're really good friends with Ken and you're married to Jess. So do you feel like you're caught in the middle? Like I gotta pick?
I would absolutely expect him to take Jessica's side.
Yeah.
It's his wife. I would absolutely expect that.
I was expecting you to say, he better pick me.
So Jess is obviously first and foremost always and forever, no matter what. There has, I try to, when I see both sides of it, because I understand Ken a lot, we have similar backgrounds on some things. Like I know how his mindset is because we're similar in that way too on a lot of things. So a lot of times I'll play devil's advocate for him and be like, all right, well,
He really does.
here's where you may not be thinking about what's going on with him or what kind of mood he's in, or maybe, he's just busy or whatever the reason is that's giving her, heartache. A lot of times I'm going to his defense to say, just before you fly off the handle or get too upset,
let's think about what.
She's only getting one side of the conversation, and that's our side. The kind of crappy part about this is being so far away from each other, because we're about an hour and a half away from each other. There's no easy way to get resolution. We can't just pop over and sit down and have, a talk. All right, she can't just come over and, sit down and talk with him. Phone calls are okay, but even those, like when they're busy or they have family or kids or whatever, or just life, phone calls are difficult too. So that's the frustrating part.
Right. But it sounds like it's almost a bit of a benefit that since you all know each other so well, Jess can almost get a little bit of Ken's perspective sort of through you, Shawn, that it allows her to see both sides of the argument without having, I don't know. It's not something that everybody has that opportunity, right? To have somebody from outside the fight explain the other half of the fighting person's battle.
Yeah. But then I also have Cait too a lot of times, because I will often text her and say, hey, what's going on with Kenny?
And honestly, most of the time,
I told you before, I disappear a lot.
Honestly, like 99.9% of the time, it's not Shawn and Jessica. It's just Kenny being a grumpy old man, and he just something. I'm just gonna say, in Ken's line of work, it's very stressful. So something can set him off at work. Something can happen, and he's just like, I'm shutting down. He can't put on a happy face and pretend. So he just chooses to back away from the messaging. And I completely get it, especially with what he does. So, and they get that too. So
yeah, we get that too. But sometimes I'm like, I second guess that and say, is it something that I did? Is it something that I said?
Like,
so I have to ask Cait and I have to ask Shawn.
It's like
what is wrong? Did something happen?
It's like never anything that they do. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
And I know people are probably now dying to know he's a rodeo clown, correct?
Yeah,
yes.
I am.
You nailed it. How did you know that?
I can just tell. He always wears the outfit during the interviews.
I thought we talked about him being a stripper.
No, that was somebody else.
Was it? Oh, my bad.
No, he was a stripper. He used to be a stripper.
Yeah, we said he used to be a stripper.
Right,
yeah, it was totally right.
He's a retired stripper.
Now rodeo.
Pulled a muscle, picking up nickels.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. He shows up to the stripper gigs in his rodeo clown outfit.
No, right. He's got to do that job after.
I show up in just a barrel.
Right.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Perfect. Has there been jealousy that has come up between in the four of you, whether I guess in any shape? I know we've asked you a little bit about this individually, but like it sounds like everyone's just like, no, everything's perfect, but we just wanted to see, like, now that you're all together, there's never any like jealousy going on?
No. I mean, for me, and I think I told you guys this in mine and Ken's podcast, it's a turn on for me when I see Kenny and Jess together, because they're so into one another. And part of me is just like, it's probably like cheesy, but I'm like, yeah, that's my husband. He's hot. She's really into him, and they love each other. But like, I love Jessica too. So, and she's, but it's just, no, I love seeing them together. I love, and we kick message all day long. I love when they go back and forth with each other, because it's just like, to me, it like melts my heart. I'm like, oh, they love each other. It's so sweet. Like, it is. I love it. No, I've never felt any jealousy at all, ever.
You ever felt jealous?
Jump in.
No, I want you to answer. You're her partner.
Come on, partner, answer.
Good, yo.
Have you ever felt jealousy?
I'm telling you, no. Good.
Okay, Shawn?
Yeah, just what we talked about last, beginning of the podcast. Physically, I can't keep up with Ken and his magic tongue.
Dude.
So.
Black magic tongue.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Listen, since that's being thrown out there, he can't keep up with my tongue, but I've never seen somebody be able to physically perform 5 times in one night, because I sure as hell can't. But
Baby,
Sean's able to
perform.
Perform 5 times in one night.
You just keep fucking and coming and fucking and coming.
You do.
There you go.
Yes, it's a bad problem to have.
So it's sort of a complimentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not a bad jealousy thing, I guess, for the guys.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad jealousy for me or
Right.
anything. It was just like one of those things that when it first happened, I was like, well, I can't do that. What the hell? Now it's like, now I give them like a standing ovation after everyone. So
I think they call that synergy, right? Like Ken provides the tongue and Shawn provides the
multiple
male orgasms. He's like a one-man bukkake machine.
Oh my god.
I don't see how he's not just blowing out dust by the 5th one. But
It looks like powdered milk.
well, it'll take me a full week.
What's the chocolate one? No. What? Nesquik. It's like just like Nesquik.
Left field.
Wait, what? Like Ovaltine?
Left field. Anyway.
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, Nesquik. It's like Nesquik.
Yes, it would take me 5 days to be able to do what Shawn does in one night, and a lot of naps.
A lot of naps.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
This one's going to definitely be marked explicit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, they're all marked explicit. It's
I know,
okay.
but this is one that actually needs to be. So some other things we wrote down. This is our first time interviewing a quad.
Yeah.
So go easy on us.
So we popped your cherry.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
did.
So has it always been 4-way like interactions, or are there times where 2 of you would go out on a date and 2 of you wouldn't, like, or is it always the 4 of you together?
It's so we've never done separate dates. We have done separate play before, and that happened the first time a couple months ago. We stayed overnight in New York together, the 4 of us, and we had our hotel rooms were like right next to each other. And the following morning, after we all went out together the night before, I went with Shawn, Kenny went with Jess.
We had a little bit of separate the night before too.
Yes.
In the club.
I went back to their room.
No, he went back to our room. That was the first time we did.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we. Oh yeah, forgot about that. So yeah, we played in New York City. We played separately twice, but we were always together. But if it happens to be separate, it's comfortable. Like,
We had one instance where Shawn was away and the girls got together, and I was the designated driver chauffeur, and we went to a hotel, and the girls had their playtime, which turned into giggle time, and I was waiting for a pillow fight to break out. The whole night was nothing but laughing and giggling, and I just sat back and watched, because if Shawn's away, I don't feel comfortable joining in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even though Shawn says it's
Even
fine.
though Shawn says it's fine, I still don't feel comfortable joining in.
But we still
we still
always
even
play
hear
kind
those.
of separately.
Yeah, we always play separately.
Yeah.
We go to separate rooms. We do our own thing.
Sometimes Kenny and I are in the kitchen, and Cait and Shawn are in the basement, and we're not in eye distance of each other. But there's
Right.
that trust between the 4 of us. That
Totally. Like I trust Jessica with Kenny. Like I trust myself, and that's my husband. So I know there's nothing I have to worry about. So
Yeah.
it's
Right.
comfortable.
And it's not by design. Like, we don't separate play by design. It's just
It happens.
it's whenever the mood hits, and
It
like
happens that way.
they're down in the basement and we're upstairs talking, and then the mood will hit for us, and we'll be on the kitchen counter or something. Like,
or we're on the kitchen floor.
yeah, it's not by design. It's just the way it happens.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. It's natural, right? That's what.
Well, and the 4 of you clearly have a fairly good rapport with each other, so it makes sense.
Sometimes me and Cait leave the boys down to take care of the kids, and we go get in the shower together. You know.
Yeah, that happened last weekend actually.
Twice.
And that was amazing.
That sounds like an amazing time to me.
Except for we really did just wash.
Yeah, but like we really like. I know you probably think like,
They took
oh,
a
they're
shower.
showering together.
Ooh,
No,
they're
we
showering-
legitimately
we
just took a shower
legitimately
together.
washed
Like
and
she
washed
washed my
each
back,
other,
I washed her back, and it was just like they probably think we're being so like naughty, and we're really not. Like we're just
We're just
taking a
washing.
shower.
We're
I
shaving
shaved
our
our
legs.
We shaved our legs.
Yeah,
Like
Shawn-
it wasn't anything crazy.
Shawn
Like
and
we
I don't
really
do
just took
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys shave each other's heads?
No, when we go to the shower, we only play.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
No wasting time with other stuff.
Oh, whatever.
So when the four of you are not together, like let's say you have special shower time, and then the next day you go your separate ways back to your originally assigned couples. Is the sex like amped up between the two of you for like the next couple of days or weeks?
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think it's ramped down since October.
Yeah, same.
It's been at level 10 since then.
Literally, like we were with them over the weekend. We came home Sunday, and Sunday night, Kenny and I just like attacked one another. And then we attacked one another like Tuesday night. And then we attacked one another Wednesday night. And now we're all together. This morning he attacked me. It's since we started hanging out with these knuckleheads,
Here's the other thing, too.
Constant.
The one thing too is you were, and this is on you guys, but you told us that you were very reserved
and shy. We kind of brought you out of your shell.
Jessica and Shawn totally brought me out of my shell. I've always been a very sexual person, but they just sexually reserved, if that makes sense. But then they just brought something out of my inner sex goddess came out when I met them, and I'm just like,
I bet that feels amazing, right?
She's caught a little bit of me.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, I bet it feels amazing to let that side of you loose.
It's amazing. It's liberating, actually. It's very liberating. I love it.
She started talking dirty and taking pictures.
I talk dirty. Like, even with Kenny now, I talk dirty and,
Although getting her to say pussy.
Saying the P word is a little
really
hard. I won't even say it right now with you guys.
She won't even text it.
I will not text it. I'll say the P word.
Meanwhile, I'm like, when are you gonna lick my pussy again? And she's like, oh, I'm gonna P word you. And I'm like,
I'm gonna P word you.
And we don't need to mark it explicit anymore.
You know what I meant.
I know, I got it.
I'm gonna lick the P word.
So along those lines, are there things since this has blossomed? I'm trying to think of other euphemisms. I'll find some more. But nevertheless, are there things that either between each respective couple or as a four-way that you have done or experienced that you hadn't done or experienced before you met each other?
Yes.
Yep.
What is it, babe?
You them too.
Us too.
Yeah.
Go.
Go ahead, baby.
Jessica and I have had anal sex, and Cait and I never did.
I've never had anal sex. Shawn has made me squirt, and Kenny's never. I mean, Kenny has since, but before that, Shawn has made me squirt.
No.
What else?
You swallowed for Shawn.
Oh, I swallowed for Shawn.
Right,
and
I haven't swallowed for you.
And I swallowed for Shawn. And
I try and I can't. I gag. Sorry.
So there's some things.
But you can stick it in my ass and fuck me in my ass. I just can't.
That's what I mean. So
So we make a good team.
Right. So Kenny can put it in her butt and I can swallow for Shawn.
Earlier when Jessica said we went to separate rooms in New York and that's the first time we woo-hoo, that's what she was referring to. That was the first time she and I had anal sex.
Yeah. Did you like that?
What? That's not even, that's
right. Is that even a question? Like, I don't think
that's just like a rhetorical question.
Right. It's rhetorical.
And just to clear it up, that was Jess was the bottom in that situation, yeah? Just
yes. She didn't put anything in Ken's butt that night.
I was going to say Ken only bottoms for Shawn in the shower.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway. I'm completely open to her.
Yeah. He'll let me do whatever I want to do.
So maybe that's another question. Are there things that you haven't done yet that you would like to explore that are on the table?
Yes or no?
Well, no. I'm going to turn to you for this because I've done a lot of talking here. Is there anything that you would like me to do that you want to try? There's something, Jessica.
Oh, your fantasy.
I really
want fantasy. We haven't done that yet.
I want a DP.
And she doesn't mean a dick pic.
No.
She wants double penetration.
Double penetration. Yeah.
And we've talked about it, and we know the positions it's going to be in, and it's going to work. I'll be in there somehow. So
somebody's got to hold the camera.
It is movie night after all.
Yeah.
This is true. This is very true. That's a valid point. Valid point.
Like, I can't think of any, like, fantasies that I have. I know Shawn's got a fantasy.
Oh, yeah, because you
so
want
do I.
me and Cait bent over next to each other so you can.
Oh yeah,
like,
Shawn has a fantasy. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Shawn.
We will share Kenny's cock bent over him. He's laying on the bed. We're bent over him. We're sharing his cock. And Shawn can take turns. fucking
Yeah, that's
each
what they
of
want.
us. He wants to pull
They-
everything out of us.
Yeah, Shawn wants us to like both be like doggy
Ass
style
out.
and like back and forth, like.
Oh, yeah, the listeners can really hear the.
That's speed,
You
too.
like that?
And to clarify for anyone who knows that that's not a good strategy if you're not fluid bonded, you are fluid bonded as a quad, so
Yeah.
We are.
Oh,
we
crap,
are.
yeah, and we don't. Yeah,
that's a legal move.
right, and we don't use.
Yeah.
We don't
That-
use
that's-
condoms either anymore.
We're
That's what
fluid
we use.
bonded.
Right.
And,
Yes.
Yep.
So other listeners, use
And,
protection.
and use protection.
Use protection.
Yeah, if you're trying that move and you're not, you have to switch condoms every time.
And then it just takes too much time.
Then you need a whole stack.
Yeah, you need a whole stack of them.
But yeah, we don't. We're good. We're
Be
fluid
safe.
bonded.
Be
We're
safe,
all.
kids.
Yeah, and we're all. I mean,
That's our public service announcement.
Right.
Use condoms. Be safe, kids.
but we know that we're all comfortable with each other. We know that everyone's good as far as that aspect.
Yes.
So we don't have to worry about that.
So now I'm curious though. Going back, we talked jealousy. Sorry, I keep asking all the questions.
It's okay. I've asked them too.
You're just
Go
over
ahead.
here drinking your wine.
I am.
Too.
Cheers.
So you talked that you've done things with the other guy, or the other partner, that you haven't done with your own partners, and even in those times, that doesn't drum up any jealousy when there's like, oh, I've done this with him, but not with my husband or anything like that. That's never a problem.
I don't think so.
No, because the only thing is, like, Cait, you're going to have to come over here and answer part of this.
Wait, what?
Like, Cait has swallowed for me, so now she swallowed for Shawn, so that there's nothing there there's nothing that Cait and Shawn have done that Cait and I haven't done.
Yeah. But like Jessica, does that make you jealous at all that you haven't done that?
Wait, what? That
That
I
you haven't swallowed.
I haven't swallowed for. I mean, I can.
Well, no,
But
you talked about the anal thing, right? That you had anal. I guess.
Cait, does that bother you?
I'm coming.
It doesn't bother me that.
Well, you're the one who had anal. Why would that bother you?
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about like the swallowing, like the fact that Cait can swallow for Shawn.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me because it's something that I try, but
It's nothing to
I
be
just can't. It's not attractive for
But
me.
if you go back to our original podcast, so for a while that was a big rule for you.
It was a big rule for, like, remember the whole, in our very first podcast, I didn't want him to come on or come in anyone, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a big deal for me to move past that. But it wasn't really that big of a deal in the end. I don't see that as a big deal now.
And I think, at least
I
for
think
me,
it's just you guys, too. It's you guys. I think
Yeah,
if it was
there's a lot of-
anybody else, I would feel differently. It's because it's
Right.
two of my best friends. It's like, yeah.
And like the whole thing with Kenny and Jess having anal, I don't care at all because honestly, I don't want to do that ever. Kenny and I tried one time and I was like, nope, exit only. I'm not into it. I don't want to try it. So if they want to do it, have at it. Go
Right.
for it. I'm good. I don't want to do it. I'm not jealous about it. They can do it all they want. I'm not doing it.
Sure.
I don't care.
Fair enough. Well, and I think going back to Shawn too, like, and just like you said, it used to bother you if he came on or in somebody. I think if he's coming 5 times a night, you've got to put it somewhere. So
I know, right? Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's
Yes.
logical.
Well, and remember before in the podcast, I was like, you know, you could put it in the condom or in your hand, but
Yeah.
I mean, and in the beginning, we all like started out slowly, and then it came up slowly, and I had time to like think about it and process it, and I was okay with it, and I actually want to be able to do that. I'm gonna gag.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay. You don't.
There's the tips on what
Yeah,
to do.
she keeps giving me
I
tips.
keep telling
and
her
she
what to
keeps
do,
saying what
and I'm
to
like,
try.
just, when it starts
Oh,
to
no.
happen, just swallow. Don't even give it a chance to be in your mouth. Just swallow. But
We just made a bet, actually, me and Shawn, last night, and I lost. And he said that I have to attempt to swallow because I lost the bet.
Oh.
I do.
I think Cait and I want to watch that.
Yep, I do.
I don't do it.
But the ironic part, and nobody else can see this, is that over your shoulder there's a big sign on the wall that says "Yum,"
I know.
and that's just.
Yes, there is. Touche. That's awesome.
Just perfectly placed. So that one's just for us in the visual world.
It is just like right over Shawn's shoulder.
Yeah, that's great. Yum.
All right.
Should
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know if this is probably a less sexual question, but we'll see.
Probably just slightly.
Well, we don't know. You go ahead.
So, if the listeners here have listened to the last two, we know that Jess, your mom, is involved in or knows everything about your relationships with Ken and Cait and some of just non-monogamy in general. So, last weekend, you all got the chance to, well, I should say all, Ken and Cait got the chance to meet Jess's mom. How did that go?
It went great.
Went great.
Yeah.
Very comfortable.
Yes, very comfortable. She's so good to talk to. I mean, even though she's a little bit hard to understand because she's from the South, but other than that, she was great. And I was very comfortable with her. And it's like, when you meet someone, like, you can just tell if like someone's judging you. I didn't get any of that from her knowing this relationship. And you'd think as the mother, she'd be like, what the hell is going on? But no, it was great. I didn't feel any judgment from her. I just felt like she was very like open arms.
Mm-hmm.
And like she even, I don't know,
She even came up to the bathroom one time to get me, and she was like, oh, wait, you came up to get me, and you're like, Jess, your mom needs you.
yeah. Like it's just, she's very sweet, and she was very open and very accepting of this. And it was very comforting because Kenny and our parents don't know anything or our families. So it was just nice to have, her mom's like accepting of it because we really are like, yeah, we're all in love, but like we're all happy. And like, I know this isn't a traditional situation, but it's traditional for us. It works.
And Cait and I had always said that we would never be able to play with Jess's mom in the house.
Yeah, that went out the window.
They stated that early on.
We said that a lot. That
early
not
on.
gonna feel comfortable. Listen, if your mom's there, it's not going to happen. Just not going to feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't come to our house because my mom was there.
that
and
didn't happen.
we all wanted to play. And I'm like, my mom, like, she has her own space. She's not going to bug us. And they're just like, if she's there in general,
we didn't feel comfortable.
Like, we can't play.
Yeah, that went out the window last weekend. Completely.
Not only just
totally
out the window, but just on the couch.
And it went all over the couch.
On the couch. All over the couch.
All over the couch. Yeah. Oh, God.
Come on, Shawn. You got to have better aim, buddy.
It wasn't Shawn.
That wasn't me. That was Cait.
It wasn't
Jess.
Shawn. It was me and Jessica. Oh, God.
No comment. Okay.
Moving on.
So, how was it, I guess, on Shawn and Jess's side? Like, were you nervous to have your mom meet?
No.
No, not at all. Not at all. My mom was very excited about it from the get-go. Like, she's been a part of the whole Cait and Ken situation since we got started. And she's kind of been, outside of Shawn, she's kind of my person that I go to for everything. So if I'm irritated with this one back here, Kenny, then she knows it. She can tell. She's like, what's going on? She knows it. So she's kind of been there the whole time. So for her to be able to like meet the two people that have taken so much of mine and Shawn's time and that we love so dearly, it was really nice. Because even from the first time we met you guys, she was at the house and she's like, oh my God, like I have never seen you guys so glued to your phones. And we're like, that's because what's happening right now is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, she seems like a very welcoming woman. We met her. First time we've ever met somebody's mother on the podcast, so that was wonderful.
I know, you guys totally tweeted about it too. How many people messaged me and was like, oh my God, was this you? I'm like, yep.
That's fantastic.
Perfect. Well, now they'll know for real. So, well, maybe in the spirit of letting you get to movie time, where do you all see it going in the future?
I know you said Shawn and Jess are moving for 3 years, and you have thoughts, but what are you comfortable sharing about what you're thinking for the future?
I feel like maybe we should all put our input in this and be just left.
Kenny just ran upstairs really quick.
You go first, and we'll all make our rounds, and then Kenny.
Why do I have to go first?
Well, you don't have to.
I don't want to go first. You go first.
Okay, so in 3 years, Shawn and I we intend to keep this going long distance. Hopefully, it will work.
Well, and you mentioned in the last show that you two did that you have some trips planned and stuff, so that you have some things to look forward to.
Yeah, we do. We have at least the first year planned, at least seeing each other every 3 months. So 3 months is still a long time to go, but it's doable.
Right.
So if we can keep this going 3 months, Shawn and I plan to move back to where we are.
3 years.
That's what he said.
I said 3 months.
Oh, did I? 3 years. Back to where we are, closer to Cait and Ken, and wait it out until Kenny retires. And Cait retires if she retires, or maybe she'll just quit when Kenny retires.
I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna leave my job when Kenny retires. Later.
And then we're gonna.
We want to just
we're gonna buy two houses next door to each other. We're gonna have a commune.
Okay, so Jess basically just said what she felt. Basically, like what she said is what we see. So we already have things planned for the next couple of months after they leave. But yeah, we want to keep this going long distance until they come back up here. And then eventually in the future, like we really would love to just like live.
Be neighbors.
Yeah, we want to like live near each other.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Right. We want to live on a commune and grow corn and harvest potatoes.
Wait, can we like cook the pigs though?
We're not cooking Wilbur. We're not cooking the pets. We can't kill them.
Yeah, what about the
They're
cow?
just there for like show.
No, they're not there for show. We have to eat them.
No.
We're cooking the pets.
Oh yeah, we need.
The boys have to go.
Yeah,
now.
the boys have to go.
So where do you see this going?
Where do you see this going in the future?
So I know how challenging the next 3 years are going to be. Jess and I are professionals at leaving now. We've done it for years and years and years. Because of my job, we have to move every 3 to 4 years. So we've done this before with close friends, but we've never done this with anybody that we're in love with. So we have an idea of what the challenges are going to be ahead of us. We'll see. We're going to do the best we can to make sure that we get up here as much as possible to see these guys, take every opportunity to still hang out. And then ideally, at the end of 3 years, we'll be as close, like hopefully no more than 5 minutes down the road. And it's hard for me to see a future without all of us being in each other's lives. So however that works out, and it's just every moment that we have where it's just a normal hangout, dinner or whatever, it just feels right. So having the ability to be right next to each other, right down the road would be ideal. Would be the best.
Yeah.
You, Kenneth?
I don't know if I could say it any better than Shawn. Like it's just something I don't see ending. 3 years will be a challenge. We'll do our best to either get to them or they get to us, and actually make plans and have stuff in place. And then at the end of 3 years, and I asked the both of them. I had a lot of what ifs. What if the kids are thriving in their schools? What if you guys are happy? I had a lot of what ifs that I asked, and they both answered them. And
but
like
you
Shawn,
asked him those questions too?
Huh?
You asked him those
Yes, I
questions.
did. So, and hopefully in 3 years, like Shawn said, they're back, and it's something where I can say, hey, come over, and 5 minutes later they're knocking on the door, or the kids are playing together, or Shawn and I are going golfing and not having to drive an hour and a half for one of us to get to the other. So hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I know you can tell by just all the tone in your voices that you're not looking forward to the next 3 years. But I hope that, I guess I wish you the best. I hope that it works for you and you can find those times to stay connected.
Well, and I think, yeah, we both feel that way.
Sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you.
But so left out.
I know.
He gets extra cuddles tonight.
That's right. Well, hopefully it all works well, and hopefully you, the four of you, in some shape or form, will be back on the show in a year to give us some positive updates and hear where you're at.
As long as we keep going, we will keep giving you guys updates. For
Absolutely.
Yay!
Perfect.
Is there anything else any of you would like to say?
I don't think so.
I love you guys.
I know.
I fucking love you guys.
I love you guys too. We just love each other. There's a lot of love on this side of the camera.
Table. Right. A lot of love.
There's a lot of love here too, but it's just two of us right now.
We love you guys.
Listen, that's
too.
great. Just the two of you in a log cabin still.
Yeah. Although we love all of you too, just through a computer.
Very true. Very true. Wow.
Get weird.
Let's
Yeah.
get weird.
All right, well, we will let you go do that.
Did you hear what they said?
Yeah. What? About getting weird?
Let's get
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, they're going to go with sex. I know what that means.
No, let's get weird is our motto.
That's our motto. Actually, so we talked.
But I think it's a euphemism as well.
Oh, yeah,
No,
shut up.
Kenny. So Shawn gave me the ring that I wear on my hand.
A
It
black
actually
ring.
it's engraved. It says "Let's Get Weird," and he signed it LG because that's what I call him.
Wait, what does yours say?
We
You'll always be
all
my
give
baby.
each other like jewelry. So
Yeah. So I got Kenny one.
Shawn got me a
And then-
ring. Kenny got Jess a bracelet, and I got Shawn a bracelet.
Yeah, and Kenny's ring says,
You'll always be my baby.
"You'll always be my bee.
And
No
we
matter
never
where you go.
take our jewelry off.
You'll always be my bee."
Well,
So much love.
we'll let you go get weird together.
We are gonna go get weird.
We are
And we'll
Weird,
Like, so
naughty,
weird.
and nasty,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and we will talk soon.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
for
thanks,
having
guys.
us.
Are you going to do your welcome back? Give us a welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone.
That was exciting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was super awesome.
Exciting in the pants.
Mm-hmm. And just fun to chat.
That too. I'm a pervert.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for all four of you, for all of them, I guess I should say.
Thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
For the listeners, just for everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for coming on the show, sharing their story. It's super fun. This is our first interview with four people, and it was a little bit of a shit show just because there was a lot going on, but it was
fun. It was
awesome.
It was a fun show.
Yeah, it was super fun just to talk and hear the different dynamics, and so hope everyone enjoyed it and got something out of this one and this whole week. So it's been fun to have a triple header this week.
It has. Next week, we have a single header,
Mm-hmm.
also known as...
Our normal episode.
Yeah. Which, this one is, I would say, if I gave the proper description, I would say it is a polyamorous couple, which it is.
Uh-huh.
But I would say the lessons that come out of this one are for anybody and everybody, and everyone should listen to it because it is a very, very good interview.
I would 100% agree.
So, that's all we'll say.
It's with...
Oh, their names are David and Christy.
Yes.
I didn't want to give too much away, so I was trying to keep the good stuff for us.
Their names, which will be the episode title.
It will be. So, we will
Okay.
see everybody in like 4 days, 5 days, I
5
don't know.
days.
However many days from now is next Wednesday.
Okay. We'll see everyone then.